last night we had a nice quiet night at the spot that we were at. There was one other van there with us. That was
that was it.
It was a rental, right?
Yeah, a rental van.
Yeah.
Which I would expect to see more. I mean, this is summer. It's June 8th or 9th or whatever it is, and so I'm surprised there wasn't more people there.
So I've had my coffee, and now we are driving to the trailhead, Blue Lake Trailhead, which we're gonna hike, which is around Mount Baker. I'm gonna do some breakfast before we do that, and then
pretty sure we just passed Mount Baker. I mean, it's right here. I mean, it's a huge mountain of snow, and so anyway, that was it. So we're right in that area. What was the name of this national forest? Is it Mount Baker National Forest?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But anyway, huge trees. Of course, this is upper part of Washington State, so a lot of forestry in this area. So we'll see how good the hike is.
Wow, what a beautiful spot. The Pacific Northwest is just so amazing because of the greenery, and it's just so lush, and all the ferns and the huge trees and the waterfalls. It's just so pretty.
So that was our plan, is to go to Blue Lake hike trailhead, but the road is closed. So we're like, we'll pull the bikes off and we will use the bikes. Well, we have never pumped up this tire since new. We just pulled it out of the box. Didn't have time to deal with the tires. Mine are full because it came from a bike shop, but so off to the hardware store, which is questionable if they're going to have anything, and hopefully they do, and then we'll pump up the tire. It's about a 5-mile ride back in there, and we'll figure it out from there.
Boo! So now we're off to the hardware store again, because now we need a tire pump. We didn't have the right attachments for our air compressor that we actually have in the van, so that's only a 40-minute drive back, but it's still early in the day, and we have plenty of time to go back up and then mountain bike because the bridge is out, so we will be back. And we're giving the bikes a huge test on the back of the...
See, we can see them off the rear cameras, so we can see them if they're bouncing around too much. So far, so good. We've been hitting some pretty good bumps.
So good news and bad news. The hardware store didn't have anything to pump up the bike with, so that's a bust. The good news was apparently there is another Blue Lake that our map was taking us to, and that was not the Blue Lake trailhead that I intended for us to do, which
it's like
was
60 miles away from that point.
It was, yes, 70 miles away from where we actually were. So the good thing about that was my bike didn't work, and we didn't mountain bike all the way to who knows where. It was a Blue Lake.
Worth it though. Yeah.
True, but
the bridge being out kind of at least stopped us.
So now it's turning into rain. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out this visitor center and then look for a place to camp for the day and night, and then tomorrow is supposed to be a sunnier day and actually hike the Blue Lake.
So the advantage of full-time travel, doesn't matter, we'll do it tomorrow. So there's campgrounds here, so we can stay here, or maybe we can find some BLM land around. But
we would have been pissed if we would have mountain bikes for 12 miles to get there, and then it wasn't the Blue Lake that I was expecting, but it might have been more beautiful. Who knows? This is the Diablo Lake Ross Dam crossing here in northern Cascades in Washington. And you can do a hike here that you hike to a certain location and then you can take the ferry back, or obviously you can do the hike out and back, but that's kind of cool.
So we'll give you some insight in how we select campsites. So when we get here, the first thing that happens is Gay's like, yeah, let's just take that one there with the, it's next to the dumpster, it's got rocks all over. Yeah, that was good, you know. I, on the other hand, am looking for, you know, a site that's private, that we have good light, it's level, so it's a little variation. So what we end up doing is, every other site is like perfect, and I continue to look. So
well, it doesn't matter. We're here for one day. It's raining.
yeah.
I want to cook some lunch. I'm hungry.
Gays definitely love at first sight. It's like, yes, that's a perfect site.
It is.
So now we're looking at different sites
I'm
that we
easy.
have.
I'm easy.
So there's a site there we could take. It's nice and light. But then we come over here, and Gays like, yes, that site. That site is perfect. Let's just take it. And then we sleep with our blood flowing to our head.
You would never sleep with the blood flowing to your head. I would.
So, but this campground, we're just mainly looking for little lighting, more light. So I think we found this one down here. Good news, they're all free, so we can just move to another one. Obviously, you can see they had a fire here. Huge trees with the bottom fire damage, but so there. Took us 4 minutes longer, but we had the perfect site. So. Bit of dilemma. Have the one wheel, which I haven't been on for a while because we haven't been on the van, and I have a brand new 29er that I have only ridden around the block. So I think I'm going to go on the one wheel for a little bit. And Gay's tires are flat, so and we have an air compressor, but with the wrong connector for her tires.
Just one wheel. I'm fine with that.
So easy. Give you a little tour of the campground. You'll see how good I am, or not so good I am, on the one wheel. So easy and smooth though, and quiet too. Really a beautiful campground.